Hello, welcome back to Panda Reacts. I'm Sandra, and I'm finally back with the Clone Wars. It's been over a month. I had a few other shows interfere with me being able to have time to film the Clone Wars, so glad to be getting back into it. I'm doing episodes 3 and 4 of season 4, and so let's take a look at what people said last time in way back a month. So last time I watched season 4, episodes 1 and 2, and it took place on a watery planet. I think it was Mon Cala. Yeah, it was, because the Warrens and the Mon Calamaris were having a civil war because their previous king had been murdered, and they didn't. The Quarrens weren't too keen on having another Calamarian become a king, and they didn't think the prince was too much into leadership. Meanwhile, there was some shark dude who was, stirring the unrest. So people said, okay, so Owen Turner answered one of my questions. Does a lightsaber work underwater? It did in the show, so he said you need specific modifications to make your lightsaber work underwater. And that other Mon Cala guy is Admiral Akbar. Yes, I did know that completely. I knew that. Kit Fisto is Natolian and is from the planet Glee Anslam. And that's interesting because I did ask, is Kit Fisto apparently is a watery dude, but I didn't know where he was from. So yeah, the lightsaber working underwater was a surprise to me, but I absolutely picked up that was Admiral Akbar without a doubt. Of course, he was this was before he became an admiral. Kevin Wartico, the Jedi decided on the Gungans because they were aquatic and closer to Mon Cala. Yeah, because I was like, hey, what the heck? Why are we summoning the Gungans? Why don't we call Kit Fisto's people, because he was just so buff. And I thought maybe if that was typical of his race, that why didn't we call them? But if I recall, at the end of the second episode, everybody was captured, so this wasn't looking good. So let's get straight to our. These robots are rust proof. I guess we figured that out.
Rack 'em up.
What are you doing, racking them? What do you mean, rack them up? It's not gonna be good for you, man. Yeah, no kidding.
He is very dangerous.
No kidding, Kit Fisto. Thanks for that.
But they will not give up the whereabouts of the prince.
Because they don't know where he is.
Resistance to pain is impressive.
Now you're regretting it, as all do. I regret this deal. It's getting worse every minute. It's one hell of a laser setup you got there.
Where is the prince?
I don't know.
We would not say.
Yeah, how would they know? They've been with you the whole time.
They've taped and murdered my father.
Uh-oh.
We'll find no Sarai.
Hey. No, I'm not. Come at me, bro.
Stay your blade, my friend.
I want that little one to see me in my rightful place as ruler of this world.
Okay, wait. That wasn't...
That was not our arrangement with Count Dooku.
That's right.
I'm here. Jar Jar sealed my helmet with his...
Gross spit.
It's a Gungan waterproofing. It's a why we swim so good.
He sealed it with goo. Gross. That was the awesomest cry. Oh no. Whoops. Ah. Sweet. Yes. Ew, bits of shark. Oh, gross. That was oh my god. What? That's pretty graphic. the Gungans in the last episode helped the Republic, why would they suddenly be on the Separatist side? This is just a lie to separate the people of Naboo. What's that guy up to? Yeah, I feel it too, Anakin. What's up with that dude? Good job, Anakin, squishing that necklace. Harry Potter curse necklace. Of course Dooku's involved.
To persuade the officers to allow the Separatist army easy access into...
He does this all the time. Sneaks one person in there to screw everything over.
Let me go in alone.
No!
Would be right outside.
I don't like this idea. Don't go in alone. Go, Padme. Yeah, don't get on top of me, man. No! He killed the dude. He killed him with a knife. Oh, you're nasty. You're bad. Oh, he's not dead. Oh, that's good.
This is more upsetting, my lady.
The resemblance is remarkable.
Well, they look all the same.
Who saw resemble what's up?
We shall march with the Separatist Lord Army on feed.
They gave him some southern accent.
Good work. Now try not to mess this up, Boss Leone.
Yeah, let's try not to mess it up, Jar Jar.
Misa, talk to the general.
Follow me.
Don't do it.
Come in, Minister.
Ah!
Let's sit down.
It's Grievous. So.
I've decided not to aid our attack on the Naboo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm not doing one.
Unfortunate bang-bang conflict.
Sorry.
It was a great effort and cost for me to bring my armies here. Sorry, that boss. You still need to do that. That thing. That big troop thing. Go, sir.
I gotta do that big troop thing. Oh no, the animal got shot. That is not cool. Beep up a deep bop, beep up a deep. Now you're dead, stupid droids.
What are we waiting for?
What are you doing, Grievous? Ah, dang! I was gonna go down the elevator. Ding! Oh, here he comes! Grievous doesn't surrender. I can wield like 4 swords at once. No, the general has to live, Grievous. I love you, but you can't. No, did you just stab the general? Can it be? Did they capture Grievous? What? I'm shocked. Oh, the general. Your secret lair isn't so secret when a giant head is on the side of a cliff.
You're a fool, Richelieu.
That's what you get for siding with him. He kills you. He does away with his his second in command.
The war to Naboo.
Anakin, you're better than this. You're better than him. What's happening here? Oh man, don't use your zappy hands on me. Or you could find out where Dooku's hiding, Anakin, and take him back. Okay, he better be alive. I'm not trading dead Anakin for a live Grievous.
Release the general.
Make sure he's alive, Padme. Oh, they even gave him back his lightsaber. Alright, that was episodes 3 and 4 of season 4. And the first one was a wrap-up of the 3-part premiere, which was about the Prince of Mon Cala, and and the Quarren, and the whole thing that the shark guy, whose name now escapes me, was working with Dooku to break the two species apart and fight against each other so they could take it over. But as usual, a la Lando Calrissian, there was a regret from the Quarren people. I made this really bad deal with these people. And of course, the shark people were going to take over the planet. So it's like, duh, you never work with Dooku. He is not going to do what you want. He is going to give someone else the glory, or himself. So in the end, the prince made a plan, proved to be a good leader, and he was crowned king at the end, uniting all the people of Mon Cala. The second show was interesting because it was back on Naboo, and the Gungans were going to attack the people of Naboo. And turns out that king of Naboo is being controlled with a necklace by the witch doctor guy, and he and Anakin sensed it within like the first 5 minutes of the show, crushed it, and that was it. But then when he went and confronted the guy, the king, he got stabbed, so he had to be in medical care. So that allowed Jar Jar to pretend he was the king and call off the attack. But when he had to go speak to the general of the other side, it was my fave, Grievous. I haven't seen Grievous in a while. It was hard for me this episode because I love Grievous. I like to root for him. So when he got captured, I was like, what? You captured Grievous? This cannot be. Grievous is indestructible. So Dooku trapped Skywalker, Anakin, and traded him for Grievous in the end. So a couple things I did notice in these two episodes. One, the first episode had a very graphic ending of the shark guy. First of all, there was these knives that were attached to bombs. So when they stuck in the shark guy, he blew up. So not only did he just blow up, kind of like when the Mandalorian uses his that I don't know what it's called. He has that vaporizer gun. You don't see the pieces of the people; they just evaporate, right? This one, pieces of shark were falling from the sky, and then they showed his decapitated head. That was a little too much for me. Okay, I like my Star Wars to be as G as possible. And then in the second episode, what I like about Clone Wars is that they have, to me, redeemed the character of Jar Jar Binks. I mean, Jar Jar was comedy relief for kids and Phantom Menace, but he annoyed pretty much every Star Wars fan. Also, the issue with the Gungans accents, it's hard to listen to. It feels racist to me, because clearly they're modeled on Jamaican accents. But the weird part was the witch doctor, Lou, I think his last name, Risha Lou was his name. He had a mix between what I'd call a Southern, like Colonel, Kentucky Fried Chicken guy, Southern accent, and a Jamaican accent. So I found it very interesting that they meshed those together and kind of made his dialect a little bit different. So sometimes I find the Gungan people a little bit difficult because of the way I feel about the accent used. However, you could say the same about the Trade Federation. They're clearly using Asian dialects while trying to, but is it right? I'm not sure. So anyway, I'm not Asian, I'm not black, so I guess what I'd want is people to tell me, if you're Asian or black, how do you feel about the accents given to characters like the Trade Federation guys and the Gungans? Am I just overreacting, or is this something that, you picked up and were like, hey, I don't like that? So that's what I've noticed. But that aside, I feel like Jar Jar has been redeemed in the Clone Wars. He's he helps make decisions. He's not as he's goofy, but not annoying. I think they struck that balance that I wanted them to strike, where he wasn't just a children's stepping on poop foil, the tongue, the stepping on the poop. That's all little kid humor, and although you want to have humor for the little kids in Star Wars, I get that. Um, it's kind of, it was a little too juvenile, and so I think that's what made people not like Jar Jar to begin with. I really enjoy Jar Jar now, rather than in the movies. He wasn't my favorite character, and I don't really like to slam Star Wars. To me, I'm a fan who accepts it all. I'm not. I do question sometimes plot points and theories and stuff like that, but I don't really hate anything. Um, so yeah, Jar Jar to me became cringy in the first episode, and Phantom Menace, and then obviously in the second second movie, they gave him a much diminished role after the backlash, which is unfortunate for the actor because it's not the actor's fault that it was written in such a childish way. So anyway, I think my favorite scene out of all these two episodes was Grievous and Jar Jar in the same room. Jar Jar facing Grievous was hilarious. I really liked how he got in the elevator and was like, boop, and took off. That to me was good humor. So that's what I mean by redeeming Jar Jar, is now his humor seems to be more, I don't know, appropriate. So that's where I'm at. So this one kind of wrapped up, so I'd assume that the next episode, episode 5, is going to be a brand new storyline. But I'll see. Maybe it'll be a continuation of, trying to capture Grievous again. I won't be taking such a long time between episodes, so hopefully you'll stick with me. And if you like my videos, please subscribe. If you'd like to see more Clone Wars reactions, check out my playlists. And if you like to leave a comment, that's always great too. See you next time.